We have a dilemma.
Ah, what a beautiful day. Do, 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 do. Huh? Shit.
We haven't had toilet paper in this house for the past week, and things have been rather difficult. More importantly, there haven't been hot Cheetos in our pantry for the last 2 minutes, and I'm freaking out. So I have kind of like an ethical dilemma right now. Do I go outside in the midst of this pandemic and forage for some TP and snacks, or do I just stay indoors and use this opportunity to make a YouTube video about me fasting for 48 hours, even though my family needs these groceries and TP? But you know what? A family's love is unconditional. We'll do anything for each other. And one of those things that we will do is forgive each other. I think I'm going to use this opportunity to make a YouTube video. Hey, what's up? This is a future Kev from the future. I went back into the past because I don't know how the film industry works. I forgot to film an introduction, kind of explaining like why I'm doing this 40-hour fast in the first place. So the reason why I'm doing it is because a lot of times in medicine, what I've noticed is that it's reactive in terms of when a certain condition pops up, that's when like the interventions happen. I'm really passionate about preventative medicine in terms of like empowering myself and other people to adopt healthy lifestyle changes that can put you in charge of your aging and health trajectory. So this isn't just bro science either. There's a ton of research about caloric restriction in a bunch of model organisms. For example, baker's yeast, your typical fruit fly, mice, C. elegans, even monkeys. So even if this whole human stuff doesn't work out, you know, like our pet C. elegans can live forever. But for real though, there's definite benefits of caloric restriction in these model organisms, but a lot of humans don't want to be subjected to that eternal sadness. Pretty much you're restricting 10 to 25% of your daily intake for the rest of your life. So there's other paradigms that kind of mimic the effects of caloric restriction. One of them is called prolonged fasting. The other one is called intermittent fasting. I'm doing a prolonged fasting right now. People do sometimes like either 1 day fast or 5 day fast. And I just wanted to say that a lot of people recommend not doing this all the time. This is a 48. I want to work up to a 72. I'm typically shooting to only do this once every 3 months. So 4 times in 1 year. Based on these model organisms, there's 3 magical things that happen when you do one of these prolonged fasts. Fasting has kind of been shown to improve your metabolic parameters. So insulin sensitivity, glucose levels, triglycerides, cholesterol, blood pressure. It improves cardiovascular markers as well as reduces markers of inflammation. This has actually been shown in humans, which is pretty cool. The other 2 benefits haven't directly been shown in humans or strongly been shown in humans. For example, stem cell rejuvenation and activation. That seems to only have been shown in mice as of now. Thirdly, what fasting does is it induces something called autophagy. And what autophagy is, it's your cell's ability to eat itself. In a way, it's kind of like recycling these damaged, broken parts, and it kind of chops them back up into its basic building blocks for the cell to use for other functions. So a lot of people in the biohacking community and just in general are super passionate about autophagy. A lot of times when you see people saying,
oh, you gotta fast for 48, 72, 5 days to fully get the benefits of autophagy.
A lot of their conclusions are based off of mice models and somewhat ambiguous human studies. There needs to be some sort of probe where you can directly measure autophagy activation in a human blood sample or human tissue in response to fasting. Until then, I'm a little bit skeptical. We can only hope that with this 2 to 5 day fast that, yeah, maybe you're getting some autophagy gains. But don't worry. I know that there's a lot of research going on right now to kind of understand this phenomenon in a human context. So just stay tuned. But for the most part, in terms of anecdotal stuff, I really love fasting because I think it's a mental challenge for me. I really like being uncomfortable and just pushing myself to new limits. What I've learned from all this is like hunger, a lot of times they're just signals. And I really like the mental clarity that fasting gives me. I feel like I have my best thoughts and my most interesting thoughts when I'm fasted. And I think it just gives me a reset. It makes me appreciate food so much more. I personally do it because I believe in the research and I think it's just empowering, right? A lot of times we're reacting to a diagnosis, you know, when we're sick, we're hoping for this magic cure to come about, even though it might never come. And what I like about these lifestyle interventions is it kind of puts you in the driver's seat of your life. I just wanted to say that in no way am I a medical professional, but I am going to be a graduate student eventually. So I guess whatever I say is absolute facts and should be regarded as undebatable. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, it would really suck if what I'm doing right now is actually shortening my life and kind of doing the opposite of what I wanted it to do. And it would suck if I could have just lived a normal life and just been happy.
Oh crap, what is that?
Hi!
I've got a vision so clear in my head. It's a strange kind of prison. It is and it isn't. bound to live without ever knowing why. It's the beauty of the moment.
Up in the mountain hiking in the backyard.
Yeah, what else? And
And this year we're doing it without our lovely dog.
ah, she made it sad. Cut, cut, cut.
I read the lines you wrote.
Just as a side note, I guess usually with these fasts, like 48, 72, 10-day fast, a lot of people, they don't drink tea or coffee or anything, but I'm not going to quit my coffee. I'm not addicted. It's just that if I don't drink it, I just don't feel happy and I start getting headaches and my body gets itchy and I just... Time for a little snacky snack. And then here's my Americano hack. You just add some water to it. Starbucks, if you're watching this, hire me. Also, coffee is an appetite suppressant, so it's just making this experience a lot more bearable. It's actually almost my 24-hour mark, but I still don't feel hungry at all. And the cool thing is there's a couple of there's just one study, but they gave it to a mouse, so it might not even be applicable. Pretty much either caffeinated or decaf coffee is able to induce autophagy, or your cell's ability to kind of eat itself and recycle like these old damaged proteins. Just watering the kids. Sulforaphane has also been shown to improve cognitive function. Before I started eating these bad boys, I could read about 6 words per minute. Now I can read 6.5. So definitely highly recommend. So I've been reading this book for the last hour. It's pretty good. It's about making drugs. When I stand up, I get a little bit dizzy, a lot faster, but that's chill because I feel really good. I also feel kind of cold, but that's just me. But in terms of hunger levels, I don't really feel hungry at all. My stomach keeps making noises, but I just make noises back at it. And
In terms of my brain, I feel like my brain is like going fast, if that makes sense. I miss you.
dinner is served. Some black tea, some
Yellow
yellow sister, yeah. Some mom with a hipster ass bun. Look at that. Look at that. That smells so good. I kind of shot myself in the foot and watched like 45 minutes of this one dude eating at a bunch of Asian 7-Elevens, and I'm gonna call it a night because I think the longer I stay up, the more I'll potentially get hungry. It's kind of hard to fall asleep, but whatever. It is what it is. Thinking about french fries. My pee was kind of really dark this morning. If you're a doctor, tell me why. Grocery haul. Back on that bullshit. Yo, these donuts need to quit playing. Always soak your beans to avoid the toots and to wash away these things called phytates and lectins, which inhibit nutrient absorption, but mostly to avoid. Yo, it's 1800 o'clock, aka 6. My goodness, I am looking at these results right now, and let me tell you, the results are striking. I see 3 really noticeable differences. It seems like in the last 48 hours, it looks like I've upgraded from a Nokia flip phone to an iPhone 4. It also seems as if I've developed some sort of astigmatism, and therefore I am now wearing glasses. And lastly, the most obvious difference to me is that I'm now wearing a different pair of shorts. Okay, on this page right here, it seems like there's a bunch of numbers. Most of the numbers went down. Some of them went up, but I did some quick mathematics, and overall, it seems like I've lost 2.46 pounds of fat and 0.8 pounds of muscle and 0.7 something pounds of water, therefore equaling 4 pounds lost in total. I'll take it. All right, so that's a wrap. I'm breaking this fast with lentil asada fries. I just pretty much made French fries with some high protein lentil soup, some guacamole, hummus, and some Asian ketchup. Why is it Asian ketchup, you ask? It's because I'm Asian and I made it. Just kidding. It's because I put sesame oil and kimchi into it. But yeah, this 48-hour fast hasn't been that bad at all. I think it's something that sounds intimidating at first, but if you practice intermittent fasting or you're used to going prolonged periods of not eating like a day or so, it actually doesn't feel that bad. I felt my hunger in the middle of the night, and I'll say that I couldn't sleep at all much, and I was super hungry, and my body felt tingly. But waking up from that, it's been pretty easy. I haven't really been thinking about food at all. So yeah, pretty much like if you're interested in trying it, start off small with like intermittent fasting. Like don't eat for 16 hours, and then do like an 8-hour eating window or something like that, and you can work your way up. Yeah, so we'll see how this food tastes. I cooked it all when I couldn't really taste anything, so fingers crossed on that. What else? One final thing. You know, this all goes back to just empowering yourself. Like maybe fasting research won't really pan out in humans, but for the most part, it does look promising in animal studies and whatnot. Hopefully it translates and, you know, this could be a thing of the future. But it's all about empowering yourself, being proactive and not so much reactive, right? It's cool to be able to be the captain of your ship and kind of steer the trajectory of, you know, how you age and how healthy you are. And I just want to finish off on these notes. It's just about building the best version of yourself. You know, you cry in the dojo, laugh in the battlefield. That's a good one. I don't know who said that. Fool me once, shame on you. Teach a man to fool me, and I will be fooled for life. BoJack Horseman. And that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm doing that thing again where I eat too much after fasting and then I start to hate myself. Uh-oh, I can't be stopped. I ate too much. Damn it.